Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signs a bill banning lab-grown meat, saying, quote, "We're not doing that in the state of Florida." And he advises the FDA and USDA to take their fake meat elsewhere. The bill is touted as the first in the country to protect farmers and, as the governor says, protect, quote, "the integrity of American agriculture." NewsNation's Xavier Walton joins us live from Hollywood, Florida. Xavier, Gov's got beef with the fake stuff. What are the people saying about it?
Gov does have beef. People, though, it's a little bit of a mixed bag. But I'll tell you what, businesses like this one here at this Hollywood meat market, no beef with the governor's decision to sign this piece of legislation. Let's start with the lab-grown meat. We were talking to people. A lot of people, believe it or not, just didn't know what it was. So let's get into that first and then talk about this piece of legislation that the governor signed, starting with last June. So last year, 2023, after years and years of research and rigorous testing, cell-cultivated meat or lab-grown meat got approval from the FDA and USDA to be sold in the United States. Two California companies were handpicked, Upside Foods and Good Meat, to start producing their cell-based proteins. All right, so fast forward nearly a year later, Florida, now the first state to ban it. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signing Senate Bill 1084, preventing the sale of lab-grown meat in the state. He said, quote, "We stand with agriculture, we stand with the cattle ranchers, we stand with our farmers because we understand it's important for the backbone of the state." Here's how a few people feel about it.
I mean, if I had to choose, yeah, I would support banning it. I'd rather get my meat from a farm, like I said, than from a lab.
Meat should come from the actual farm. That's, I think.
We have more important things to worry about. There's so many problems going on in the Middle East. There's the riots on the campuses. So lab-grown meats, I see what the governor's doing, but we have more important things to worry about.
So the new law, in part, would make it a second-degree misdemeanor to sell or manufacture cultivated meat. The lab-grown meat-making process includes taking a small number of cultured cells from animals, then growing them in a controlled setting to make food. Now, supporters of lab-grown meat say, it's going to reduce animal cruelty. Also, they weren't too thrilled with Florida's new law. Listen to this.
I think they passed this bill to score political points with donors. Big industrial agriculture that wants to limit competition in the marketplace. They proposed a lot of different reasons behind it.
So Florida might be the first, but likely not the last. States like Arizona, Alabama, Tennessee following suit with similar legislation. But should note, Markie, it's going to be some years before lab-grown meat, I guess not in Florida, is going to be an option, so to speak, on someone's dinner table. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I've seen these videos. Some people can't even tell it's actually lab-grown meat.
Yeah, I'd be interested to just try it at some point. But yeah, a lot of states taking notes from what happens in Florida. We'll see. Xavier Walton, thanks so much.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.